It's another fine Saturday morning, and I promised last week that we'll continue with this edition of Feminine Scope on OGBC 90.5 FM. My guest is still Mrs. Oluremi Tajat Mosuru, the head of Department Nursing, Abeokuta Health Zone. Last week, we dealt with our growing up years, and this week, I think we should go into our job, our career. So, from Lagos, you moved down to Abeokuta.
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you start work in Abeokuta?
I finished midwifery in 1992, March, and I was employed by Ogun State Hospitals Management Board 1992. And since that time, I've been with Ogun State. My first place of posting was State Hospital, Ijebu-Ode, where I served for 3.5 years, after which I was posted back to Abeokuta because of marriage. That time, I was posted to Olikoye Ransom Kuti, now Olikoye Ransom Kuti Memorial Hospital. Then it was Community Hospital, Ashiru.
Ashiru, yes.
So I worked there for about 1.5 years. I left there because of the job there is not cashing.
How do you mean?
Well, I like to be active.
Okay.
And because it's a community hospital, we don't really have many specialty there.
Okay.
Then. And we are not many. We are about 40 staff and seeing like how many patients in a day. I think I am not moving.
Compared to where you're coming from?
Yes. Ijebu-Ode is a very busy place. I work in about 3 units in Ijebu-Ode. So when I got back to Abeokuta, I did nights and there was snake in the compound. I just went to HMB. I went to tell them that I don't like to see snake. Oh, please post me out of this place. So I was posted out of the place to State Hospital, Abeokuta. So I was in State Hospital, Abeokuta between 1996, 97. I was in emergency treatment room where I was
busy.
Yes.
As in busy.
Yes.
I know what emergency is
I like doing what I was doing. And some of my senior colleagues was like, the way you are doing, you won't further your education. Work. What will you like to do? I said, I want to go for my BSc.
Oh, you furthered your education?
Yes.
Wow.
It was when I got to State Hospital, Abeokuta, that I said, anyway, before I go to BSc, let me go and specialize in nursing. I went for perioperative nursing.
What does that mean?
Working in the theater as an instrument nurse. You know, you work with the surgeons.
Is that what they call nurse muiwa?
No. This one is not nurse muiwa. Bring that. Is an integral part of surgery.
Okay.
There is no periop
nurse muiwa is auxiliary.
They are the auxiliary quacks.
Okay.
This one is a specialty in nursing. You are the one that will bring out the appropriate instruments for a particular procedure in surgery. So I went to do that in the Lagos University Teaching Hospital in Lagos. And to God be the glory, I was a best operating room nurse.
Oh.
I was awarded the best perioperative nurse in practical in the school. I came back, start work again in State Hospital Abeokuta, now as a perioperative nurse. I've been in the operating room since 1999 till 2016 that I was posted to State Hospital Ishara.
From 1999?
Yes.
To 2016? How many years? 15 or 17?
Yes.
Oh.
As a periop nurse.
Wow.
But before I was posted out, 2008, I was returned to Olikoye Ransom Kuti Memorial Hospital.
Where you saw snake?
Yes. Now is a big place, well renovated. The operating room in Olikoye Ransom Kuti was moribund for more than 10 years. So I was asked to go and resuscitate the operating room, which I did to the glory of God. We started doing so many procedures. I was happy. The surgeon then is a visiting surgeon. So we have opportunity of doing so many things. In fact, what I did in that hospital then was that this operating room, you have not worked for 10 years. And there is one director in the hospital management board then, Baba Olubori. Baba said, I want to take you to that place to go and resuscitate that place. Whatever you need to make that place work, let me know. Sojourn Adeboye was the permanent secretary then. So when I got there, I listed so many things. I was given the opportunity to develop the place. I was posted out again to State Hospital Abeokuta. So I was there running my BSc program. And
where were you running the BSc?
I went to National Open University of Nigeria, Abeokuta Study Center, to do my BSc nursing. I finished 2012. When I finished 2012, I was still in State Hospital Abeokuta. As at that time, I was a chief nursing officer. Level 14, yes, CNO. And then, when this issue of BSc came, we were on it. I was on a cadre for 12 years. The only regret I have working with Ogun State government. That is my only regret.
Why? If you were in Lagos, you would have moved on. Is it not your qualification that will move you up?
No. My mates that I entered service before them were far ahead of me. Because Ogun State was slow in the activation of BSc certificates.
Oh, because of your BSc.
Yes.
Wow.
Because we had stayed so long before it was used for us.
Otherwise, you would have been a full director by now.
Yes, by now.
Okay.
But we thank God.
Thank God.
We thank God because this
if you look at where you're coming from,
really tried for us. We give kudos to
under
our president.
Under Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, CON.
Yes, it really tried for us because in the last 3 years we have had like 3 promotions.
Exactly. In fact, civil servants cannot forget him.
We had like 3 promotions, even though we thank God.
You have to thank God, though.
So it was that BSc that now gave me a promotion to State Hospital Ishara, to go and head State Hospital. I was the head of State Hospital Ishara for about 3.5 years. Plus head of zone Shagamu. I have 4 other hospitals plus State Hospital Ishara.
Oh, that you heard, that
yes,
you
Yes, that I was.
Do you still do perio?
Yes.
Yes. Even as zonal head?
Yes. Just yesterday, I had 2 cesarean sections.
Wow.
Just yesterday.
Anyway, leadership by example, you have no choice.
So, from Ishara, I was posted back to Abeokuta as head of State Hospital, Abeokuta, where I served for 4 years. I was posted out of the place last year, May, to go and head Abeokuta Health Zone, where I have 4 other health facilities.
Which 14. Are the 4?
14
health facilities under you.
Yes, 14 health facilities except State Hospital Abeokuta.
Okay, that one is on its own.
Yes.
So can you mention a few of these facilities?
Obademola is there, Olikoyi Hospital is there, Community Ishaga Orile is there, Owodi Egba is there, Olikoye,
this
Governor's Office, Okelewo Community Mental, Stella Obasanjo Nursing Home.
Oh, okay. Just a few. You've tried. You've tried. Out of 14, you've tried.
Yes.
Wow, that's been a lot. Now, I want us to take a look at this profession called nursing. We see your stickers. Nurses are beautiful.
Yeah.
Nurses are beautiful. But they're beautiful inside.
Yes.
This shouting thing.
Yeah.
Some nurses lackadaisical attitude.
It is.
They don't do what they're supposed to do.
Yes.
The way they treat patients. So
that
many. They're mistakes. That costly mistakes.
If you are a professional nurse, nursing is a profession sui generis. You are an independent professional. You are not under the control of anybody. If you are a professional, licensed, qualified to practice as a professional nurse, you have some things that you have to follow. The ethics of the profession is there.
Are they following them?
Well,
that's the question.
Like every other profession, we have bads in the goods, but it has to be very minimized because of control.
And life is involved.
life doesn't have a duplicate. Presently in Abeokuta Health Zone, you hardly see a nurse. You hardly. I'm not saying we are perfect, but I must tell you that people fear now more than ever before, because there are supervisors everywhere. If I am not in Olikoye, a nurse is there watching over the place for me. If she's not able to catch them, she will get me involved. And mere hearing that head of zone is coming, everybody will just smash up. To most of us, it's like the thing of the mind. Some people are called because nothing is a call. If you don't have the seal, the will to assist people, you can't do it. Some people go to school because they want to eat, so that I can be a nurse and be working and be paid. You have to be conscientious to be a professional, and that is what we preach every day. You know, people, if they want to hear, they will hear. But if you have found one thing in your job, you know that there are penalties. Penalties to the extent that your license can be seized from practicing. There is medical legal. If you do the one that will take you to court and you are found guilty, you're on your own. You have your name to bear. We pray it doesn't cost life. If it costs life, whatever judgment you are giving, you're on your own. Because there are some offenses that association cannot fight for you. You fight yourself. If you commit a negligible offense and you are charged, you face the music. And association and the regulating council, the Nursing and Midwifery Council, will seize your license. We cease to be associated with you. Most times, we get a wrong perception from the public. The public want the best out of nothing. For example, you have a child that has been running temperature for the past 4 days. Temperature will kill the blood cell. And you are now bringing the child to the hospital, running enter scatter, wants a miracle to happen. Now, madam, when it happen, Alaria Oyani, and she's running temperature. When did it happen? You check. And of course, history taking is very, very important. If you don't get the basis, you don't know where to start. You observe the patient, you see that this temperature is very high. You want to wash the baby down to start your treatment. Where is the father? We will need blood. He said, but where do I get blood from? You're supposed to have it. We are all women, no. Nurses too have blood running in them. But sometimes we go to the extent of signing for blood in the blood bank. And these people will not return it. God forbid, especially if the baby died. They will not want to pay for bill. They will not want to return blood. But very few of them will appreciate what you do. And they will tell others. But majority, and why it is that most people come to the hospital in pain.
Yes.
You come in pain. And when you come in pain, you see some other people that their pain is more than your own. You see people that are not as much as your own. Then if you now want to prioritize, the person that's the one coming in is not up to, we feel, oh, kì í ṣèyàn dáadáa. Ẹni tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé ń sìn náà ń dá lóhùn. Ẹ má bínú. Don't be annoyed. Your own is better. You'll be well. Let's attend to. At that stage, there will be crisis. Everybody wants to be treated first at the same time. I just want to appeal to the public because of this program that when you see a nurse, see them as a teen god. They are nearer to you than any other health professional. Honestly speaking, without bias, I am a Muslim and I believe in what I'm telling you. And I know how I treat my patients. I treat my patients to the best of my ability within the scope of my training and with what government provided for me, even far beyond that. At my level, I'm not supposed to still be operating, but I still operate because the number is not enough. And you don't want somebody to be sick before you say, epele. Whatever time you have to help them, help. If 2 people are on duty, they have 5 procedure, how do they cope? It's either they delay the program, the surgeries, they postpone, cancel, or refer. If they can't do more than their strength, I see moving to help them so that patients don't suffer. If you book in an hospital and you are there 4 months, and when it is time for them to serve you, they now refer you. That for logistic reason. Why? It is manpower. I think the public should understand us and ask us questions at any level.
Okay, because this my guest can talk. She can talk for Africa.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah, teacher. I like that. Is there a way that the listening public, because you are in charge of a zone as a nurse, is there a way that the listening public can bring their complaints? Is there a way they can do that?
Yes.
So that if we have issues, we can always refer them to your desk?
Yes.
Okay.
In all our hospitals, in Abeokuta Health Zone, in Ogun State today, we have phone numbers everywhere. If you have complaint, you have at least 3 numbers in all the hospitals. The MD's phone number is there. The head of nursing of that place is there. The admin officer phone number is there. So whichever number you were able to get, you lodge your complaint, it will be sorted immediately.
Oh, beautiful.
Immediately.
That's a good one.
The government is doing that.
Because I wouldn't want to put your phone number on public space so that they will just be calling you at 2 a.m. and we say, we have issues, we are in one hospital.
Yes,
it's okay.
It's done.
Okay. So I want you to advise the young nurses. Sometimes they say, these mamas have come again. I've heard them say that several times. So these mamas have come again.
It's a regular language.
It's a regular language. So this mama, even this one's looking at me, we say, mamambo.
Then,
you know?
It is no more news. You start one day, you continue like that. If you are omo today, tomorrow you be auntie, next tomorrow you be mama. Whatever you are doing that you don't want people to see you, please, as a nurse, don't do it. Don't go beyond your scope. Do what you are supposed to do at the right time. Come punctually to work. Do your job with evidence base. Something that you can defend is what you should do. These people too have their own family. We also have our own family, but we don't want people to be at our mercy before we care for them. Even at the peak of provocation, take your calm. Be cool. Be friendly. When you are annoyed, be smiling. Let people know that you are passionate with your job.
My guest on this program today is Mrs. Oluremi Tajat Mosuru, the head of Department Nursing, Abeokuta Health Zone. I want to join the man, Mosuru. You kept saying your fiancé. At the point you wanted to talk. How did you meet? How did you meet your husband? Well, very brief.
We met on the road.
Like
in the School of Midwifery. I am very new here. We are 12 from Lagos.
Okay.
From the same school. We came here, and then I made friends with other people around, and one of them was with a man that is working in the same office with my husband.
Okay.
So I was with my classmates, when they came to see them, and he cited me, and he said, "Omo, baba mi no salary me." And I was like, how much is your salary? He said, whatever the amount, I will give you. Whatever you like, you will give me. I said, it's like this one is not serious. No salary, me 400 naira. So we started like that.
Okay.
And when I finished my education, I still went back to Lagos, but we are still on it. But unfortunately, when I got to Lagos, I was pregnant. So there is no way I can japa again. I just have to jab back. And the rest is story.
Story now. So how's the marriage?
It was blissful.
Okay.
My husband's family were like, home away from home.
Oh, okay.
Everybody in the family are my own. My father-in-law,
Okay.
my brother-in-law, my father and my mother-in-law, his own siblings, the extended family. Is a beautiful family to live in.
Yeah,
Yes.
we thank God for that. I want your advice for this generation. You have gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot, but despite that, you were determined to make it.
Yes.
You are resilient. You had your own focus. So I want you to advise this generation, because some of them will think that, one for your Gemini, I'm being maltreated. You hugged Ogwefu.
Yes,
You hugged palm oil.
Yes.
You hugged which was
Ẹja gbígbẹ.
ẹja gbígbẹ,
Yes.
ẹja yíyan,
La
and
máa
egg.
yan fúnra wa ni gan ká tó kiri ẹ̀.
But you were doing this and you were happy doing it.
Yes.
Advise this generation.
Well, no pain, no gain. There is nothing you want to become in life that you won't pass a rough road. Even if you are with silver spoon, you still have your beats. Mine is a testimony to so many people. I used to tell people at my place of work, you can't tell me what you are passing through is more than what somebody is passing through. As a young girl especially, you have to be focused and determined. In fact, the only regret I had was I didn't do more than nursing. If I had known, I would have done more than nursing. Because at that time, my belief is, if I go to study like medicine or something higher, who will sponsor me? How do I get it? So I decided to stay to do nursing. Because in the school of nursing then, we were giving salary. We were giving level 4 salary. I know that I will be using that to maintain myself. But for young girls of today, if your parents are not rich, that does not mean you cannot be rich. That does not mean you can be a non-entity. You have your mind, the mind of your own. Whoever you want to be, you must be yourself first. You make your self-determination. If you want to go to trading, go to trading. Be a focused person. There is no way you go to that you not make money and you will not be famous and be influential. But a woman must not be a liability. The fact that you don't have a parent is not a criteria for being nobody. You can be somebody out of nobody. If you look through my line, my father is famous, not too rich, but the name is there. At that time, there was nobody except for my siblings. And today, I'm a graduate. I'm a very senior nurse today, an assistant director, to the glory of God. And if I stopped then, because my junior sister did not go to school, apart from primary 6 or class 3 or something. But because of influence, I have some of my siblings that said, wọ́n lọ fi ẹ̀ṣọ́ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, kíní kan, ó máa lọ fọṣọ, máa lọ pọ́n mi. What I told them is, ẹ jẹ́ kí n fọṣọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí n pọ́n mi, ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣọmọ ọ̀dọ̀, mò ń gba receipt mi. And my receipts are what I'm using now. I'm using my receipts now. To the glory of God. No pain, no gain. You can't get anywhere if you don't persevere. If you can't, I thank God for my life.
And I'm happy for you too. Do you party?
Hey,
Omo.
I party. In fact,
must party.
Saturday, yes, my husband will call me and said, Madam, kò sóde lẹ́ni. Mani kò sówó lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó mi. Tí ò bá ti sówó lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó mi ni kò ní lọ sí party. I party a lot.
Yes. Okay, what's your preferred choice of music for this program?
Well, if you give me Wasiu, I will understand.
You are Wasiu Kwanwan. You are Wasiu's fan.
Yes.
Can you sing any of his pieces?
Well, Anu mo rí gbà.
Adé orí òkè. Okay.
Ọlọ́run tí gbógo fọ́lẹ̀.
Adé orí òkè. You have such a beautiful stature.
Thank you.
Tọ́mọ àpèjẹ ó sing mọ́lẹ̀. Mama sing mọ́lẹ̀. That's what your husband saw before he made that move. And how do you stay fit? You're a nurse.
Well, my job is a moving job.
Okay.
Before I became a director, I'm a specialist nurse, standing, instrumenting, moving up and down. I'm a theatre nurse, if we call it like that.
Call it
is a perioperative nurse. So I'm always very active, moving, and I'm also a petty trader.
Okay.
So.
We'll do that next time.
Yes.
tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nínú orin tó ré kọjá ẹni ọlọ́run fẹ́ lọ́mọ èèyàn fẹ́ ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi àgbàtọ̀mọdé ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi o ọkùnrin tóbìnrin ẹ yọ́nú sí mi ẹni bá yọ́nú sí mi ṣíwájú ìyọ́nú ọlọ́run ọba 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 òun lẹ́ ó máa rí. mo ní ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi ọkùnrin ẹ yọ́nú sí mi obìnrin ẹ yọ́nú sí mi gbogbo ẹni bá yọ́nú sí mi ó ṣíwájú ìyọ́nú ọlọ́run ọba 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 òun lẹ́ máa rí. àánú mo rí gbà adé orí ọ̀gbìn. àánú mo rí gbà adé orí ọ̀gbìn. èmi jáyé orí mi adé orí ọ̀gbìn. kì í dẹ́ ṣe mímọ́ ṣe adé orí ọ̀gbìn. kì í má dẹ́ ṣe mímọ́ ṣe adé orí ọ̀gbìn. àánú mo rí gbà adé orí ọ̀gbìn.
Thank you so much for finding time to be on this program.
Thank you very
and
much.
our regards to your husband and the
very
children
much.
too. You are such an interesting person, and I like that. Let me begin to thank all those who have made this possible for me to reach you. And this how far we'll go on this edition of Feminist Scope on OGBC. Again, I thank my guest, Mrs. Oluremi Tajat Musuru, the head of department nursing, Abeokuta Health Zone. I also thank my producer, Temilade Tijani, assisted by Fumilayo Akintoye. My studio manager is Adetokwe Adebong. Let me also thank Temitokwe Alagbe Ugbeche for facilitating my guest this morning. My name is Toyin Shogbe, so you call me TS. Do enjoy your weekend and have a pleasant morning.